Hi, it's Hayley from Parallel Coaching, and today I want to speak to you about what weight training can teach us about life. So I'm sure you're familiar with weight training and you do it probably for a specific goal that you have, to get faster, fitter, stronger, maybe a little bit extra muscle, and you have those particular goals and you're doing your weight training to work towards it. Now we understand that in order to do that we need to meet failure, we need to meet overload regularly and adhere to that on our muscles regularly to get the result that we want. But why is it when it comes to life we suddenly look at failure as a bad thing rather than a good thing to get what we want? So let's take bench press for example. Just imagine if you want to get a hypertrophy and you go, okay, right, I'm going to do 10 reps and I'm going to do 3 sets of 10. You set yourself up on the bench press, get everything all set up, get the weights on, set up your grip and you get started. First 7 reps, fairly simple, fairly straightforward, and you can really feel it start to kick in on rep 8. Rep 9 is tough. Rep 10 you just manage, it's your first set. Have a little rest and then you go again. But this time that failure kicks in a little bit sooner and that overload and that fatigue, so that 10th rep is barely possible. But by the time you get to the 3rd set, you're at that place whereby that 10th rep just isn't happening. You are at absolute overload. And without someone there just to spot you that little bit, just to help you, just to hold you accountable, give you a push, it becomes almost near impossible to push out that 10th rep. Now that's all failure. That's all we're talking about, is just failing that muscle, and your actin and myosin is just ripping. So on that eccentric phase, you're creating that rip across your muscle fibres. And as it's happening, that's where growth happens. That's the point whereby you end up that bit closer to the goal you were looking for originally. So when you're looking for it in relation to your goal, you can stay motivated by just going, that's my goal. I know I need to go through failure to get to my goal. Now it's exactly the same in life. Wherever it is that you are, whatever it is that you're looking to achieve, if you're not getting to enough failure, you may find that you end up in a place whereby you're not getting the results that you want. And that, think about it in relation to the gym. Always come back to the gym. When you're weight training, if you don't get enough failure, you might not get your goal. Same in life. If you don't get the failure, you might not get your goal. So you might be looking for a career change. Maybe you're stuck in a job that you're not really enjoying, kind of not you anymore. And as you're stuck there, you're going, oh, I really want something else, but I'm not willing to give it a try because I know that that first set might be tough. I know the second set's going to be really tough and the third set's going to be absolute failure. I don't know if I can do it. And the fear stops us. Maybe you're learning and maybe you get to the heart and lungs in your manual and you literally go, oh man, I can't do that. Close your manual and leave it there. That rather than doing that, how can you go through that? How can you go through that point of failure and go, I must find another way to achieve this. I must find another way. Maybe you're already a PT and you're looking for particular kind of growth. You're looking for that point whereby you can push to the next level, get more clients, push your clients to get their goals better, whatever it might be, or build your confidence. Whatever level you're at, you know that in order to reach the next stage, think back to the gym, I must reach failure, I must reach overload, and then from that overload point and that failure point, I can then achieve my next level. And do you need someone to help spot you that little bit? Who will hold you accountable? So think about it in relation to your life. What areas of your life are you currently seeking growth but not failing in? So are you not failing regularly enough in, but still really want growth in? That's the main question. So pop a little comment in the boxes below, hit like, hit share, and I'll see you in the next video.